Hi, and welcome back into day 4. Now, today, I just want to come back to an idea that we first talked about in part 1, and that's just this idea of depression, as it is called and talked about, is not something logical or rational. You know that. It's not that you choose to feel that way. It's not that you like feeling that way. And you probably really dislike the fact that you end up focusing so much on these thoughts, on this feeling, and ultimately on yourself. And that is the inherent quality of depressive type thinking. It's very focused on itself. Again, it's not that we're doing anything wrong. We're not doing it on purpose, intentionally. It's not like that. It's just that is the nature of it. And it requires a lot of thinking, a lot of energy to maintain it. Again, it sounds crazy. Why would we want to maintain this? But this is just a habit. It's a groove. So all of these techniques, however abstract they may feel or sound at times, they're all designed to help unwind that, to move away from that feeling of being stuck in a particular way of thinking and feeling, and instead to move towards a more spacious mind where there's a sense of flow, a sense of ease. And as we focus more on others in part 3, also a greater sense of empathy, that idea of shared human experience, that this isn't something that we're going through on our own. This is something that most people will experience at some stage in their life. Maybe not to the same intensity, but everybody experiences sadness, and knowing that, I think, can make a really big difference to our perspective. So with that idea of shared human experience in mind, just getting yourself comfortable in the chair, on the floor, wherever you're sat right now, eyes open. And when you're ready, just taking some nice big deep breaths. And with the next exhalation, just closing the eyes, feeling the weight of the body, and just settling back into the space and the sounds around you. And now just starting to get a sense of how the body's feeling today. Remember always approaching it afresh, not trying to remember how it felt on previous days, but just noticing how it feels now as you scan down from head to toe. And if you haven't done already now, just gently shifting the attention to the breath, just locating that movement, noticing the rhythm, and just staying with each rising and falling sensation. And just letting go now of that focus on the breath. As you just imagine in the mind's eye, you're sitting somewhere comfortable, relaxed, a smile on your face. You see that little speck of sunlight, and you just watch as it expands outward in every direction. It's though you're just watching the body unwind, watching the mind relax, seeing the smile increase on your face. And when you see yourself looking as happy as you could possibly imagine, just allowing that image to dissolve, and in its place, now someone you really care about, someone you'd like to see happy. In just the same way, you picture them sitting there, comfortable, relaxed, at ease. You see that little spark, glimmer, flicker of sunlight, and then just watch as it expands outward, melting away any tension, leaving them increasingly happy and well. as that sunlight continues to grow wider, brighter. See that person looking as happy as they can be as that image dissolves, but that idea, and perhaps even the image of sunlight, continues to grow outward in every direction. In either side, above, below. There's no space that it doesn't fill as it continues outward as wide as you can possibly imagine. And as it expands, a sense of just wanting others to be happy, wanting everyone to be happy, including ourselves, but that sense of space in the mind expanding in every direction. And now just letting go of that idea of the mind expanding, but allowing the feeling to remain as you just let the mind do whatever it wants to do now. And now just gently bringing the attention back once again to the body. Just starting to be more aware of the space around you, the feelings, sensations in the body. Starting to notice any sounds again. And when you're ready, you can just gently open the eyes again. So as always, just pausing before you get up to notice how the body feels, how the mind feels. And in fact, as you go through the day today, just notice how the body does feel when the mind is very caught up in a lot of negative chatter, and how the body feels when perhaps there's more positive thoughts in the mind, or lighter thoughts in the mind. How the body feels when it's very caught up in self-chatter, and how the body feels when we're caught up in concern about others. So just starting to recognize these patterns that exist. And remember, as always, finding those moments in the day, if you can, where you can just replay this exercise. But I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for day 5.